And what happens is that you're doing nothing. You're just a little worker bee, just going to work every day, programmed, wound up. And then you come out when you're too tired, so you turn on the TV and you watch what they tell you to watch. Because again, all the media is owned by one guy. All the media, CNN, NBC, ABC, all the media is owned by one guy. Netflix is out there doing their little thing. Netflix is like, well, we don't broadcast on that media. We have our own streaming, but you broadcast the same thing. Just watch the films. Y'all are asleep at the switch. You drink the Kool-Aid. And when they smile with you through the eyes of a TV camera, you smile back and say, no, there's nothing wrong with him or her. Such a sweetheart. Really? Go see them when the cameras are shut off. Where's my money? Right? They privatized education to the detriment of a group of people. It doesn't mean anything to you because those students don't look like you. So of course it doesn't mean anything to you. But when your school district starts hurting and start making cuts, maybe then it will matter. Right? But it means something to me. Right? Because it's injustice. And not only is it injustice, it's something that until someone talks about it, nobody else is going to know about it. And when they hear that I've said something about it, that's when you're going to see all kinds of public relations blitz to minimize the public's perception of who they are. You are all controlled. We all are. You don't realize the extent to which they monopolize and manipulate your perception. They manipulate your emotions. They pit one against the other. Rise up, pit one against the other. So we are continually fighting instead of the fight. The real fight is about the Benjamins. The real fight is about the dollar, the money. That's the fight. That's what you need to pay attention to. They have made charter schools about money. Every charter school gets $6,700. The base is $4,200 per student. A group of people formed an education management organization, call it charter schools, and decided they were going to create an alternative to public education so they could take the state money and the state money would go into their pockets so they can sit down at country clubs and laugh at your expense and mine. And they can determine if they want a container of young girls from another state, another country to come and satisfy their desires. They can do it. Don't play with me, y'all. Right? That's what it is all about. Then they can pay their multiple girlfriends to live. The wife ain't saying nothing because she wants to because she knows she's walking a chalk line. That's what this is all about. And they do it from the veneer of being a good person. I'm a good Christian. A good Christian led some crusades and conquered people's land. There's no such thing as a good Christian. A good Christian is really one who follows the teachings of Jesus Christ. The last time somebody did that, they nailed him to a cross. I'm a Christian, but I'd never call myself a good Christian because I'm as capitalist as the rest of them. I believe in capitalism. I don't have any choice if I want to live. But what I don't believe in is injustice. What I don't believe in is taking advantage of vulnerable people. Do I pay the price for that every day? That's why I'm here. Because I don't believe in taking advantage of people. I simply don't. I just don't. There's just something in me that I want to go to bed at night and sleep, knowing that I made my money, but I didn't make my money by paying other people, by watching other people have sex with children. I didn't make my money because I had because I do prostitution and drugs. All of these people's businesses all started with drugs and prostitution. That's the base of it. And guess what I found? To keep their money and the money coming in, they never really leave that. At some point, they still have it. Bill Gates and Warren and what's his name? And Jeff Bezos, they make their money online. Every time you click, they make some money. But the rest of them, to keep the commerce coming in, that's where their money comes from. No, you don't know. So you don't know. So you can sit in your make-believe world, Raven, and think that what you think is true. What you think is not true because you don't have enough information. And I know that. You don't have enough information. What you think is based on the information you have. If you had as much information, then you would know. Clearly, I'm not part of the Big Boys Club. Not because I'm not a boy. But if I were part of the Big Boys Club, I wouldn't be sitting here telling you, would I? Right? Because the people who are part of their club, they don't come back and talk. They pay them off. So they don't share. So they don't tell. But somebody has got to rise up and ask the question. Somebody has to hold somebody accountable and say, what this kind of foolishness? What in the Sam Hill is going on with education in Michigan? Why are students being subjected to a for-profit scheme at my tax dollars expense? It's not like these people are getting the money because they took out a loan from Chase Bank. It's because my tax dollars. So they figured out a way to get it. Right? Think on these things. It's time for me to go. It's time to go. I didn't even realize it. What a show this morning. But think about it. Where is the money going? What has happened to education in Michigan schools? You privatized education so a group of people can sit down at a country club and sip mimosas and plan and execute and come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I kid you not. We're evolving to a system of oligarchy. That's what happened in Russia. After communism ended, the people thought they were going to win. No. The same people who were in charge of the public utilities in Russia ended up owning it. They wrote themselves into the ownership of it. That's what created oligarchy in Russia. They owned it. They got the money. So they put themselves on the bank account. And no one could stop them because they had the guns and the army behind them. That's what they're doing here. Now you know why Russia wants us. Because then they have control of all our weaponry, all our sophistication, all our systems. And they would demobilize the people. Meanwhile, a group of guys are sitting and going, ha 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 ha. They got all the money and they have all the control. And the rest of us are pleasantly asleep at the switch. Keep sleeping, people. Right? Keep sleeping. Go to my website, harrietkemmick.com or theexodusfoundation.com. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Be blessed.